You know that decentering men benefits men also? I bet you never thought of it that way. We generally are just so reactionary. We're so quick to react and respond to things, and we rarely sit and think about all these things that are floating around in social media, on social media. These buzzwords, we hear them and we react to them. But men, I want you to think about it. A woman decentering the men in her life actually benefits the man too. It benefits the man too. Because you see, men, because of the unrealistic expectations that society places on men, they carry this weight on them. This weight of the hyper masculine man, hyper masculinity, the macho, macho. It's not practical, it's not sustainable, it's not normal, at least not in our modern society or the modern context of society that we live in. Maybe in the days of the cavemen, when you were in your more animalistic nature. But that is what society is about. Society is about taking us out of that animalistic nature, evolving into a more refined and less crude version of ourselves. In my opinion, the women are more evolved socially than men, and I have my own theory about that. But what we want is for the men to get there, right? We want them to get there. We don't want to be in a place where we just accept that men will be men, men will be liars, men will be cheaters, men will be savage, men will be warsome. We know that men are responsible for a vast majority of the crime committed on this earth. Men are far more violent, far more possessive, far more prone to anger and all of that. We know all of that. But I don't think we should just accept that that is man and leave it at that. We have to, our role on this earth is to evolve, to decide on what we feel is best for the greater good, for the greater number of persons, and work our way towards that. That's how I view life. It's not just to accept what is and resign ourselves to suffer. It might not happen in our lifetime, in our children's lifetime, but we should work towards improving ourselves, right? And men, you're at a point now where you realize that a lot of women are drifting away from you. They don't want to have anything to do with you because of your actions, because of how you and the men before you have conducted yourselves. So a lot of women now have come to the point where, you know what, I just, let me just see how I can make my way through this world without a man, because he drains me. He takes too much of my energy. He cannot be honest. He cannot be straightforward. He cannot be accountable. But you as men should not take the position that, all right, you women will have to submit because we are the stronger ones, and we are going to bear down with brutality until you submit. That cannot be the way. Cannot be the way. rather than look into yourself and say, how can I change? Most women don't no longer find me desirable. How can I change? You can't just say, well, we're gonna plunder, we're gonna rape, we're gonna force ourselves onto you women until you submit. That is not the way, sir. That is not the way, sir. Understand that you stand to benefit from the woman becoming more independent. Because a lot of you are, if you be honest, you are buckling under the weight. We're just not very honest with ourselves. We're just not very um just be honest. The man who says he is responsible for the household financially, he takes care of bills. Do you really do you really take care of everything financially to the point where you're not just eking out an existence, to the point where you're not just living from paycheck to paycheck, bill to bill? Be honest. For the household to be run on your income alone, is there any surplus? Is there anything left to even go to the movies? Are you able to take vacations? Or does your family, does your woman have to do without certain luxuries, certain basic, taking a vacation, going to the North Coast to cool out for a weekend? Are you able to do that? Is the salary that you earn really able to cover light, water, internet, cable, food, car notes, school fees, clothes? Is it for the average man? The average man who claims to be holding down his household by being the breadwinner and whatever. Listen, his woman is contributing. She is contributing. Okay? The modern household takes at least two incomes to run efficiently. If you don't want to be going from paycheck to paycheck, if you want to have any savings, if you want to be able to go somewhere every once in a while, take the family out, it takes two households. So if the woman is able to come to her independence and to say, okay, I can earn, I can contribute financially, it takes a burden off you as the man. A lot of things that we say, oh, the man must do because he to be chivalrous, even some little things that I don't think are necessary. I mean, there are little courtesies. There's nothing wrong with them, and if you're that kind of guy, you're that kind of guy. If you're that kind of lady who expects that treatment, fine. But opening the car door and those kind of things, not necessarily. They don't make you any much more of a man. It's a personal preference. Some men are just like that. Some women like that. But if you feel like if you don't do that, you're not a man, then that's something that you carry on you, which is unnecessary to carry on you, right? So there are little pressures that are reduced if once you come to the point that, hey, this is a woman, she's an adult, she can be independent, she can be responsible, she can help with the finances, and you too can help with the things that are traditionally considered to be the woman's job. So if you're both earning, you're both contributing, you both can clean, you can take turns to cook, you can take turns to share the homework with do the homework with the kids, to attend functions at school. all of those tasks can be shared. You are equally responsible. The woman who decides to decenter you is encouraging you to be more emotionally mature and accountable for your actions, because she's letting you know that if you don't pull your weight and if you don't act like a responsible adult, she's not going to put up with it. That's basically what. So you now will become more accountable and grow as a person. So this will create healthier relationships that are built on mutuality, mutual trust, mutual respect, mutual responsibility, and not dependency, where the woman is seen as a child who is dependent on her husband or her spouse. This will allow men to become partners, not projects. Not a project that the woman has to build and hold space for, but a partner who stands beside her, respects her, and you hold each other up. Not you higher than her, but both on the same level, holding each other up, supporting each other. This will benefit you as well. It will help you to rid yourself of some unnecessary and unrealistic standards that you were trying to hold yourself to and pressures that you felt obligated to carry. So understand that in decentering you, the woman is helping you to be a better person. That's a positive way to look at this.